Hello, it's Kristen, back again for another journal collection. This one is in my Etsy store as well, Kristen Shields Art. And there are three that are left, so I'm going to show them in this video. It has a linen twill tape closure. They're all different, of course, with the fabrics that I chose for the patchwork on the outside. There's a little bit of hand stitching on, I think all of them have a little bit of hand stitching as well. The cover has fabric both on the inside and the outside, and in between is a heavy-duty fusible interfacing. So it's a soft cover because it's a little bit flexible, but it's also pretty sturdy. So these are fairly small pocket journals, but they have two signatures inside each. I think they all have two, yeah. So I'm gonna go through each one by one because they're all different. So this has watercolor paper, calendar page, some really smooth Bristol paper. This is just plain old notebook paper. There is a page from a vintage bird book with these little cards that were glued in, apparently by the person who purchased the book. That's how it was meant to be put together. There's graph paper, handmade printed paper. This is an old drawing of mine that I included just for fun, and you know, if you want to cover it up, you're welcome to. This is just plain copy paper. There's some more handmade paper with the leaves included in there. There is a piece of, I think, this is also a specialty paper. It's kind of rough, and I don't remember exactly if it was handmade, but it came from a special paper mill. So that was the center of the first signature, and here's the other side. There's another, well, there's a tab on that one. Copy paper, the other side of that artist paper that I did. There's that one, the graph paper, the bird book, which has some really nice illustrations on there. And the back side of the Bristol paper, the calendar page, and the watercolor paper. Okay, the second signature also starts with a piece of watercolor and a calendar page. And then, oh, this is stuck down. This is a piece of that rainy day notebook paper, which you can actually get wet and it doesn't cause any problem to the paper. I've never tested that out, but that's how it came. This is a little pocket here, a piece of scrap of paper. This is a watercolor page from one of my journals that I cut out. There's some copy paper. This is tea-dyed paper. There's the bird book. And dot paper, handmade paper, lined paper. There is a little glassine envelope with some little pieces of old watercolors in there. I love this print. That was actually, I think, a calendar page. Line paper, handmade dot paper. There's the birds and the coffee stained paper. And then copy paper, watercolor. There's that rain paper. The calendar page, and the last watercolor page. All of the journals have one of these labels in there. They might say something different, but this one says be gentle with yourself. And then the twill tape is sewn on there, so you can wrap it up when you're done. Okay, this is journal number 2. And this one has same kind of patchwork and stitching on it. There's some hand stitched little details. And this is a piece of silk velvet, which feels really good. So we'll look at the pages in this one. There's the watercolor paper, calendar page. There's a little glassine envelope with some watercolor pages in it. This is a handmade paper. That's lined paper, plain drawing paper. There's the bird book, graph paper, coffee dyed. There's some more handmade paper, some dot paper, and another handmade paper. Oh, look at the owl. That's a good one. I like that. Okay, so there's that. The other side of the calendar page. These drawings are all by Phoebe Wall, who's one of my favorite artists. I just love her artwork. All right, second signature, again, has another one of her wonderful calendar pages. There's that rain paper, and then a little pocket page here. There's some handmade paper that has stars on it. There's the birds. Oh, apparently this little leaf is shedding some little pieces on it. So that's that handmade paper with the leaves inside. Oh, typewriter on the inside of that signature. I like that. Okay, we've got a bird foot and some lovebirds. Another little pocket. And oh, the calendar page here. It's the woman on a bike. And there's that one. Now, this will happen. You'll get little strings. You just either gently pull them or you can clip them off. All right, number 3. This one has this super cool fringe fabric, which was from a vintage linen I bought at a thrift store. And I overdyed it with indigo and just left the fringe on there because it's kind of fun. I didn't show it on these two, but they all have this spine, this sewing method that creates the X's on the spine, which looks really nice. All right, so this one on the inside, let's see what we have here. It all starts with the watercolor paper again. There's a calendar page with sheep. It's a little piece of scrapbook paper. There's some birds. Oh, that's a hooded crow. This is another one of my old watercolor paintings that I cut up. And this glassine envelope with some little pieces in it. There's some handmade paper in the center. That's really pretty. It has a gold metallic paint or something on there. It came that way, so I don't know exactly what it is. There is, oh, this is interesting. This is a piece of hand marbled paper that I made years and years ago, and I still have it in my stash. It's really pretty. It has gold metallic on there. This is an envelope. It doesn't have anything in there at the moment. There's another bird page. Look at the cedar waxwing. That's nice. Okay. Here we go. And the second signature is a forest scene. Oh, this little piece of gold paper. I've had it forever. It's really interesting because it's very soft. It almost feels a little fabric-y, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know how I got it, but it's really pretty. It's a gold metallic paper, and there was just a small bit, so I added a little piece there. There's the birds. It's another envelope. Some coffee dyed paper. A leaf print. It was really pretty. And then this this is like a very sheer handmade paper with a fox behind it. There's another pocket. And there's the birds. These are birds from all over the world. So I don't even know exactly what, I never heard of them before, but they're really beautiful. Waxbill. And this, a Tarocco, very nice. And there's the back side of this gold paper, which is just, it's such a cool paper. I wish I knew what it was so I could get more of it. And then the back side of the calendar page has a forest with a little squirrel. Oh, and a woodpecker. That's cool. And there we go. So if you are interested in any of these journals, you can check out my Etsy store, Kristen Shields Art. And I hope to see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.